a super insane, like, glitch in the matrix, but also time traveler story. I'm not 100% sure how to describe this one. First things first, my wife and I moved to North Carolina in February of 2024. I also lived in North Carolina for a very, very long time. At first, things were normal, and of course, me being who I am, I know the rules of the Appalachian Mountains. Don't whistle at night if you see something that shouldn't be there. No, you didn't. If you hear something, no, you didn't. Keep your doors locked and windows closed after dark. These are pretty common in our neck of the woods. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. It was about our third night in our new home, roughly around 3 a.m., when I heard a faint tapping on our bedroom window, followed by my wife's voice. Hey, babe? It came through the dark. I looked down to see my wife sleeping beside me. I ignored the voice and continued scrolling through social media when it came again. Much more aggressive this time. Babe! At that point, I rolled over and closed my eyes once again, ignoring the voice. The tapping lasted a few more minutes before the room once again became silent. I drifted off to sleep. So was this a mimic, a flesh pedestrian, or was it just my imagination? The second story I have for you comes from a smallish town in Idaho. You see, I grew up on my step-grandparents' property, a rundown house at the end of an odd-looking street. From the road, you would have never guessed this house was occupied. Vines covered the sides of all 3 stories, and it seemed like something out of a horror movie, and let me tell you, it was. Out back, there was an acre or 2 of land, followed by an old, run-down houses to your left and a 10-acre cornfield. Beyond that cornfield was a housing community. It was one of those old, rich communities that most dream of achieving someday. My grandparents had 3 rules. 1, don't go into the old abandoned houses. 2, never go outside after dark. And 3, never under any circumstances go into the cornfield. Simple enough, right? Well, not for 2 9- and 7-year-old boys with curiosity beyond belief. My brother and myself were the definition of curiosity unalive the cat. So what did we do? We broke those rules, stumbled into those old abandoned houses to find what seemed like an entire life just left behind. Cradles from the early 1900s, beds, tables. It was as if it was both frozen in time and stuck in present day, all at once. I could have sworn we had transported back in time, and oddly enough, I could have sworn I heard a child's laughter and a mother's lullaby. After that day, I began to dream of that exact property, yet it was a bit different. A small river running through the backyard and an old wooden bridge. A woman in a Victorian-style dress watching in horror as her daughter floated down the river unalived. Little did I know this would be a subtle nod towards my future. The next event that took place was a warm summer night in 2006 when my brother and I decided that playing in the cornfield at night sounded like a fantastic idea. Again, we were dumb kids. We entered the cornfield roughly around 1 a.m. Against our better judgment, we went in separate directions. I went right and my brother went to the left. I could hear him calling for me as I walked through the field, and yet when I would call back, it seemed like his voice came back from a different direction, as if he was all around me and nowhere at the same time. I kept pushing forward, eventually stumbling across an old chicken coop. It was nearly impossible to get into, but somehow I did. I instantly got what felt like flashbacks of hiding in this chicken coop, and it felt as if I was about to lose my life. When I came back to reality, I saw the sun was coming up. How long had I been there? It felt like seconds, but hours had passed in my world. I could hear the voices of my family calling my name, and eventually I crawled out of the coop and faced my punishment for wandering off in the middle of the night. After that, things were never the same. Voices around the house, whispers, dreams of things I never could have known, and glimpses of things that couldn't be there. It was as if I opened myself to a world I wasn't aware that existed. I had always been sensitive as a child, but this was something else. Something latched onto me that day, and now almost 20 years later, it hasn't let go. I have a lot of stories from this home and throughout my life, so if you'd like more, please let me know. You are welcome to tag me. First of all, thank you so much for all of these stories. And yes, I want all of them. I want all of your stories. Every single one. And I'm going to tag you so I know that you're going to see this, okay? All of them. I want all of them. You can either send them via DM or you can put them all, you can write them all out and you can send them to my email, whatever you want to do, but I want them all. I want every single one. I'm not being greedy. I'm just providing content, okay? Sheesh. Anyways, meat and potatoes of this story. Holy shitballs, Batman. Did you live the life of Children of the Corn or what? There are so many things happening here. There is an SW, which is absolutely insane. I actually had no idea when I lived in North Carolina of any of those rules. Now, was I super close to the Appalachian Mountains? No. I was not. I was in, I'll just tell you where it was because I don't care. I was in Fayetteville, North Carolina, okay? Next to the base. Yeah. So I wasn't really aware. No one ever told me. At the time, I was far more consumed with my personal life than I was the things that I wanted to do with my life, such as now being a storyteller and reading people's emails and telling spooky, scary ghost stories online. I was not the same person at all. With that being said, I had absolutely no idea, and I would legit walk around at night, not of my own accord. I would walk around at night and not know where I was, without a phone, without like friends and family, nothing. I had nothing. There was a fly, and that was my ADHD that I was never diagnosed with. Anyways, the second story about your childhood home in Idaho, oh babe, that one really got me because was that like the biggest glitch in the Matrix or what? Like, are you actually a time traveler, or are you lying to us and not giving us all the details? What's going on? What's happening? Because that's what it sounds like. Literally sounds like you were lost in a separate time period, and whatever is attached to you feels to me almost like it's like a door, like a realm that's attached to you. Does that make sense? It quite literally, to me, feels as if the door latched itself to you and you're able to like open and close that door whenever you want to. Like that's what it feels like. I don't know enough stories. I'm just basing it off of what I'm reading, but based off of what I'm reading, that's what it sounds like. Which also really freaks me out because time travel is scary. Time travel and zombies. Count me out. I'm good. I don't want to know. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I super appreciate you. My name is Riley, and I read you spooky, scary ghost stories daily for your entertainment. You're welcome. If you're new here, please give me a follow. I do post spooky content daily for your entertainment, like I just said, okay? Also, give me a like, a comment, a save, and a share. And OP, I really hope that you send me all of your stories. I love you guys. Have the best day frickin' ever. Okay, bye.